Hello ladies and gents, welcome to the channel. I'm just getting set up here. For those of you watching on the YouTube video after this has been live streamed, good afternoon. We're going to be flying today from San Diego to Santa Barbara in California. We're going to hopefully have a full VATSIM ATC coverage, as well as some aircraft probably in the area. But it's just going to be a nice... Oh, we actually have San Diego Tower on as well. That's excellent. We've got more than enough ATC at this point. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So I'm just setting up the aircraft. Well, just setting up the sim at the moment, really. Let's just start up my... There we go. Start up the chat. Okay, so the chat is working. And let's bring the live stream up. There we go. So this is the aircraft we'll be flying today. This is November 404 Foxtrot Romeo. So an American registration, not something I usually fly. I'm usually a European flyer on VATSIM, but this is a really beautiful skin that I found on AVSIM. And we're going to be flying with no GTN 750, so no GPS. We're going to be flying with just what the default 172 has as it ships from A2A, and we're going to be flying IFR. Hello, Peter. Good afternoon. Yes, it is. It's pretty cloudy and cold in Inverness, but at least it's not raining yet. So, just starting up the sim. And this was actually, this was advised or requested by a viewer. If I go to my YouTube videos, if I go to my YouTube videos here, I think it was on this video. No, it was another video. I can't remember exactly which it was. But a oh, cool. A YouTube viewer suggested that I do an IFR flight in the C172 using, not using any GPSs, no touch screens, no nothing, just using the default Bendix King avionics suite that we have in the aircraft, and using it and flying all the basic nav, ADF, all of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Plan G to aid us. Actually, let me go again and just try to, while the sim is still loading up, I really want to pull up the name of the guy who requested this discussion. Maybe no. It's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be in here somewhere. Settings. No, that's not going to help. The name of the guy who recently requested this video. Ah, yes, Gabe. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry. No, I should have seen that the first time. Would you do a live stream using the Cessna 172 without GPS and show us how to navigate a full route with VOR and Ndb only? Plus, throw in a VFR pattern approach to a grass strip as a bonus. Well, what I can do, Gabe, is I can change the flight plan into a VFR flight plan once I hit Santa Barbara, and I can do a VFR circuit at Santa Barbara and then come into land. So, see, I'm trying to get to grips with bearings, headings, magnetic versus true, etc. Okay, well, I'll do what I can to help, Gabe. But this is specifically a video just to try and answer your question there, because I feel it was a very good it was a very good question you asked, or request. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to start off from K-San, which is San Diego. So Burke, gu etter gu. Ja, ja, selvfølgelig. Ja. God ettermiddag, ja. I cannot pronounce kan ikke se på ha Voksoldenburg. Oh my goodness, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm very, very basic with my Norwegian, but I'm enjoying learning little bits here and there. Okay, let's grab a let's see, ramp GA small. That should do the trick. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours behind. So let's see if that works correctly. Yeah, yeah. Good after. No, good etter is like, I don't know, middle day. Good middle day. I guess that's what that means in Norwegian. Good middle day. Or after middle day. Good after middle day. Is that what that means? Burke, that must be what it must mean in English. Etter, after. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, learning. So we've got two Twitch viewers as well. People in Twitch, just say hello in the chat so that I can see that the Twitch chat works on my screen as well. I'm using Restream to actually stream on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. And I have a chat box here on my screen where I can actually see both YouTube and Twitch comments come up at the same time. And you should see that in the top above me. You should see above me, that'll come up as well. So really looking forward to the new VATSIM audio codec. It has to be really soon when this comes out. It's got to be just a few days away at this point. From the way VATSIM have been
Just a few days away at this point.
Let's just go to the VATSIM. Cross the Pond Eastbound announced. Oh, Cross the Pond Eastbound 2018. Saturday 27th of October. Oh no, that was yeah. That was on the 13th of October they said that. Okay. So basically, here we go. So on the 1st of October, so basically just over a month ago now, they announced this. So, and when they announced this, they said it was coming on in a matter of weeks. So they must be really close to releasing this new audio codec. And it's just going to be so much better across the board. I cannot wait to have. I'm going to do so much flying in Norway and just everywhere that I don't usually feel terribly comfortable flying in because I can never hear the controllers. Right. So with San Diego, we have ATC online, and we have Tower and ATIS, so that's good. And I'll bring vPilot online as well. vPilot just had vPilot just had an update to 2.1.17, and I'm not quite sure. Let's just wait until the sim loads first here. Okay. Okay, so that's the sim loaded up there. What we're going to do is take away the GTN 750 like so. And let's just put it into, let's just fill up the tanks. And let's put it into a cold and dark startup state, like so. Cool. Very nice. Right, so I'm just going to start this here. Well, I'm going to start everything. Bookings, new booking. We want to go KSAN, yes, to KSBA, like so. We're going to do a 172. November 404, offline it's going to be VATSIM, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo, it's going to be a charter IFR on VATSIM, book and dispatch, paste route, dispatch, bam, fly now, radar. Let's just zoom out. Okay, so we should be flying from San Diego up to Santa Barbara. So right across the LA area, we're going to be flying through Catalina Island, or across Catalina Island. We're going to use a VOR there. Hello, Eggy Splash. Eggy Splosh, good afternoon. Lurking on another of your excellent streams. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Eggy. Oggy, sorry. That's me. Oggy Splosh. Hello. Okay. So let's just connect up Plan G. Got so many different apps these days with all these different names that it starts to get a bit crazy. Okay, so let's minimize that. Let's minimize that, and let's sync the correct time. Yes, and it was -8 hours behind. That's correct. Let's just move that up there. Let's bring the frames per second up on the screen so you can see that we're roughly 30 frames a second, and I'm expecting that to be pretty stable. There we go, and that's correctly locked there. Let's bring on the connect. That's call sign November 404 Foxtrot Romeo 172, like so. Oh, we actually have a drop-down list now. That's cool. Connect. Okay, we also have some charts, so we can see where we are. And do we have a connection? No, we... Okay, that's fine. Never mind about that. Okay, I can hear an aircraft in the background. Let's just go double check that that is all working properly. Let's go to the static camera. One thing I should have done. There it is. Okay. I'm not going crazy. There is something actually here. Okay. That is really nice auto-gen. And it has a shadow and everything. That's the first time my auto-gen has actually done a good job. That's really impressive. I like that. I'll have to fly in California more often. Okay, so we know that there's one aircraft there. Let's just go double check on VATSIM to see what other aircraft are on the ground. Okay, so that's... So we have Delta 2504 to Phoenix, that looks like. And then there's someone else. North Island Navy. Oh, that's weird. I'm not over there. I'm over here. See, there's a Navy airport over there. Anyway, let's forget about that. Let's just go back to where we were. Okay, so because this is a first flight of the day, let's just do a walk around. So that's shift 8. Yes, there we go. In the cabin. Pitot cover remove. Well, let's go do that. Like so. Okay, so we're going to test the Pitot heat. Make sure that that works. Pilot operating handbook is in the plane. There you go. Owner's manual. Weight and balance checked. Let's just check that. We've got oil. We've got, yeah. That's pretty fine. Let's say we're going to go with let's go with a girlfriend. Why not? We can dream. Okay. Control wheel lock removed. Okay, so that's removed there. Ignition switch is off. Master avionics switch is off. Battery master switch on. Okay. Pitot heat on. Fuel quantity check. Let's just check both is full. Avionics master switch on. Static pressure outsource valve, which I believe is that one there. It should be closed. Off, yeah. Annunciator panel test switch. Okay, they should all flash. Or they all did flash whenever I pulled it up, and they all went back to normal. They should all go out. Annunciator panel test switch. All lights illuminate. Annunciator panel release. Check that appropriate lights remain on. Yeah. Oil pressure left and right vac. Yeah. Okay. Fuel selector should be on both, like so. Fuel shutoff valve should be in. Yes, that's it. Flaps extend. That's correct. Pitot heat off. Oops, excuse me, that was the handbrake. Avionics master off. Battery master switch off. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Right, so that's the cabin checklist. Let's go to the exterior. Like so, let's just check that the Pitot heat is hot. It is indeed hot, and the Pitot cover has been removed. So check that that is locked. That is correct. Let's go around the back of the tail. Yeah, so that's been removed. Wiggle the trim tab. That's all good. Let's just double check that all these are connected. They are indeed. Wiggle the flap. There is a bit of give, but that's okay. Yep, that all looks good. Let's come around the leading edge. Should look okay. Yep, that has been taken off. Chocks are removed. Sump the fuel. That is fine. I've never actually seen water in the fuel tank before. That's full. Let's check the oil. Oil is full. Underneath there, that's good. Check the nose. The propeller looks okay. Check there's nothing in there. Let's click that. That should be fine. Let's check the static source is clear. That is. Check fuel on the other side. Drain the other tank. That's fine. Chocks away. That's fine. Check those leads. Not the leads, but yeah. Again, a bit of wiggle, but that's fine. And back into the cockpit. All right. Oh, no, that's us. That's good. Okay. Let's just open the window here while we're on the ground. Okay. Starting for the cold engine. Fuel pump until... Yeah, so let's just... Okay, airplane weight and balance has been checked. Parking brake is set. Control wheel has been removed. Ignition and avionics are off. Master switch on. Check fuel quantity. It is checked. Static pressure outsource valve is off. That's the one that I was looking at. Out statics. Yeah. Not the other one. Fuel shutter valve is on. That is correct. Flaps have been extended. I'm going to bring them up though, by the way. Master switch off. That's fine. Okay. Crack the throttle. And I'm going to watch the fuel pressure, which is just here. That should be enough. Let's just pop in my... And I can't ever convert Fahrenheit in my brain, so I'm just going to use Celsius. Mixture is on. Well, that's fine. Let's master switch beacon on. Right. Beacon on. It's all good to go. And this is where you would shout clear prop and then crank it over. Okay, I'm going to watch the temperatures and pressures, T's and P's. VAC is looking good, amps are good, oil is good. In the green, that's the most important one, the oil pressure. Temperature's fine, flow is okay, and let's just idle around 1,000. Okay, now we can turn on the avionics, like so. And let's just pop the nav lights on while we're about it. It's a little bit loud, so I'm just going to turn down the... Sounds like so.
Ndb Tower, Delta 2504, Dre taxi.
Delta 2504, runway 27, taxi via Bravo.
27 taxi Bravo, so he's coming down this side. We'll see him pass him on our right-hand side. Okay, so we've started up. We know that we're online, but what we want to do is we first want to grab ATIS. So that is 134.8. So let's put that in there. In standby and then into active. Let's listen to ATIS. I'm just going to...
Go at 4. Ability 10. See clouds at 25,000. Temperature 19. 2.10. Altimeter 3001. Landing runway 7 localizer. Visual. FAA navigation approaches in use. Departing runway 27. Notices to airmen. HX system in use. Operate transponder with mode signal taxiways and runway. Read technical runway hold short instructions advise on initial contact. You'll have information echo. Line spread field information echo. 15510. Web 180 at 4. Visibility 10.
That's horrible. You can now understand why I'm waiting for the new VATSIM audio codec. Oh dear. Right, okay, so we've got that. We need to file our flight plan before we talk to the tower, so let's go and do that now. That's IFR, that's fine. That's KSAN 2. Let's just pull that up. That's fine. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Sorry. KSBA. KSBA. Oh, we've got a little swap button there. That's really cool. Not seen that before. Time should be an hour and 15, I'm going to say. Altitude, let's give 5,000 feet. Cruise speed is going to be about 120. And route is going to be... it's going to be MZB. MZB direct to SXC. Direct to VTU, direct to KSBA. And let's actually just put KSAN direct, like that. Okay, may not hear you first time, blah, 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 blah. File flight plan. Oh, track IR doesn't want to work now. Hello? Oh, did I pause it?
San Diego Tower Delta 2504 is ready to go at the end.
Let me just restart.
Delta 2504, wind 1804, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
27 clear for takeoff, 2504.
There we go. So he's ready to take off. Let's just go watch that actually. So he's taking off from there. So he's taking off from Delta. 767 is a nice looking aircraft. I do like the look of the 767. Someone needs to make that's a fairly short runway takeoff space, but then he's only going to Phoenix, so it's not that far away. Okay, yeah, someone needs to make a study level 767. I know level D, I think level D did, or was that, yeah, no, it was level D, but it needs to be PMGG quality. Okay, so we've filed a flight plan, we've done a walk around, we've done a startup, we're pretty much ready to go. All we need to do is just look at the chart. So he taxied Delta. He gave him Bravo and Delta, but I don't see Delta on this chart.
Delta 2504, contact Socal Departure 124.5 today.
Socal Departure.
Switching departure so long.
125. Oh, we actually have an approach on as well. No? Uh, 125.8, I think it was. He said. So no, south 134.65. Okay, I'm just gonna listen to it when he gives it to me. Okay, I'm gonna make my first call. I'm just gonna give a just gonna close my window, and I'm gonna give just lean for ground operations while I'm at it. I'm going to request. Ooh, actually, no. Set runway heading is 27. And my first heading is going to be up to MZB, which is 315. So should remember that. That's put that up in here. And let's also put the mission bay 117.8. And so nav 1, yep, there we go. Nav 1 should come up for us. Okay, now San Diego Tower, good afternoon, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo.
404 Foxtrot Romeo, number Tower, good morning, go ahead.
Good morning, Tower. November 404 Foxtrot Romeo requesting IFR clearance as filed with information echo, altimeter 3001.
404 Foxtrot Romeo, clearance request, standby number 1.
Okay, so he's given me said standby and number 1. Okay. So he's basically sitting there looking at my flight plan, making a decision about what to do.
Air Force Air 4 Foxtrot Romeo, are you able to accept the pad routing over there?
Would request VOR to VOR navigation today. Is that possible?
Number 404, number 404 Foxtrot Romeo, that's possible. Stand by one more second.
Okay, so thank you. If you want something, you need to ask for it. So he said, can you give me, can you do a flight plan with waypoints? Yeah, could you do a flight plan with waypoints and airways? And that's what I'm specifically trying not to do today. I'm trying to fly radio navigation. -19 degrees Celsius on the ground. That's really nice. I can hear another aircraft in the distance. Okay, so he's just... Yeah, San Diego Tower. LAX departure. He might give me LAX departure after 134.35. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hello, Vince. From Netherlands, Peter. How have you been? Yeah, I've been doing well, thank you. Yeah. I'm just doing a IFR flight down the west coast of America, up the west coast of America, in the 172 today. So, yeah. Just burning fuel, waiting for him to answer me back. So the flight plan I gave him was pretty simple. It was just a VOR to VOR flight plan.
Delta 512, we're on the visual 27.
Oh.
Delta 512, Limber Tower, good morning, wind 1804, runway 27, clear to land.
Runway 27, Delta 512, good morning.
Okay, visual 320 is coming in on the visual approach. That's cool. It's a Delta 320. We'll see if the model matching works. He should be a... Yep, there he is. Yep, Delta 512. He still hasn't answered me back. And there's American Airlines actually on the ground as well. Boeing 737-8 American Airlines. So there's traffic. Here we go. Is he going to talk to me? Come on. Hello, Charles. Hopefully you don't pay for the fuel in the... I know exactly. It's exactly what I was thinking, Charles. I was like, the amount of fuel I'm burning just sitting here waiting on the radio for him to call me back. You know what I think A2A should have done a long time ago is built into their aircraft a fuel cost simulation. It wouldn't take much, but it would give you a sense of how much it costs to run one of these, how much the fuel, and what you could do is you could input the current fuel cost at a given airport, and that would give you a baseline of what it actually costs to just run one of these things. I think that would have been really cool, but maybe they'll do it at some point. It could be an update. It could be a very easy update to do with AccuSim. Surely he hasn't just forgotten about me. Please don't forget about me. Good, kind controller. I know what he's doing. He's talking to the area controllers. He's talking to Socal. He's talking to Socal LAX radar or LAX control, asking them if they have enough time to look after a small aircraft going up the coast. I think, I mean, for goodness sake, this isn't central London. I mean, they should be able to look after me easily enough. And for the failures, so you can see how many thousands of dollars worth of 377 engines you have to burn up. Yes, yes, Vince. Yes, we should put that on. What I should do is I should make a list of updates that I want to see happen to the 377 when A2A bring it out to V4, and I should have a Christmas list. Yes, yes. I'm going to make a Christmas list. I'm going to send it to A2A Simulations on their Facebook page. That is what I'm going to do. That is a good idea. But let's just watch this guy come in while the controller procrastinates. Oh, he's low to those houses. My goodness me. But then you kind of have to be, don't you, on an approach like that. Did they model match correctly? Yes, it did. Come to me. Come to Papa. Okay.
Delta 512, welcome to San Diego, exit left label, taxi to Gacy and Bravo, Ndb Frequency. Have a good day.
Okay, exit left label, taxi to Bravo. Have a good night.
Has he forgotten about me?
Air Force 04 Foxtrot Romeo, I'm just checking in with Socal Departure. It'll be like 1 more minute. I'll be right back.
Cool. All right. No worries, thanks. Hello, Pitot. Good to see you. It's just getting ready for departure here. San Diego. Did you disable your voice in VAT? No, I didn't. I just felt like typing to him rather than speaking at that point. I can transmit. I just felt like typing to him. It wasn't an official ATC communication that I was doing. I just want to ask him a quick question that was kind of off comms, so I did that. Yeah, so he's waiting to hear back from. Okay, so while we're at it, actually, I'm going to turn on. Yeah, there we go. So we are 3.7 nautical miles away from the VOR that we are currently got tracked. And when we get in the air and when we get in cruise, I'll explain a lot more about that in due course. But for the moment, let's just wait back on our flight plan. And we can see that Navigraph has indeed been able to, Symlink has begun working and given us our position. So he'll probably give us Hotel Charlie 3.
Reverse your 4 Foxtrot Romeo, 0 equipment, 06, please.
Oh, crap. November 404 Foxtrot Romeo is just flying a Cessna 172 with the Bendix King radio suite.
Reverse your 4 Foxtrot Romeo, Roger. Confirm I have no GPS on board.
The A-firm, no GPS for November 404. This isn't a big deal, guys. Come on. Come on. We do this in Europe all the time. We do not need a GPS. Ugh. Guys, come on. VATSIM. See, this is
Delta 512 signing out. Have a great night.
this is the whole reason my channel exists, because there are so few people there seem to be in the world that fly an aircraft like this. But yet this is like in real life. This happens millions of times every day. People getting Cessna 172s.
Air 404 Foxtrot Romeo, City 1 to D4 to DOR. Can you do Oceanside, Los Angeles, Ventura, direct?
That looks good, but just give me a second to confirm. Thanks for Foxtrot Romeo.
No problem.
Okay, so instead he's giving me OCN. Right, let's just delete this waypoint. Let's delete this whole flight plan. Delete. Right, okay. Find. OCN. Oh, I know. Okay, hang on. Find VOR. Yeah, I see what he's doing. Yeah, he wants to send me across LAX. Yeah, OCN, LAX, and... Yeah, he wants to send me right across... yeah, there you go. Right across LAX, and then direct Ventura. Okay, we'll do that. VTU. What's VTU? VTU. Okay. Oh, I see. Direct Ventura and then Catalina. Or then. Okay. Yep. We're good to go. So that's OCN. Let's put that in. That's 115.3. That's 115.3, and that is a direct heading of 326. Ooh. Okay. Tower, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo is good to go with that new flight plan. Thank you.
Air 404 Foxtrot Romeo, thank you for your patience. Cleared to the Santa Barbara International Airport via radar vectors Oceanside, direct Los Angeles, direct Ventura, direct. Maintain 5,000, expect 6,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 5772.
So that is November 404 Foxtrot Romeo is cleared to destination as filed. Ocean 5 departure, direct LAX, direct Ventura. 5,000 feet initially, 6,000 after 5 minutes, and squawk 5772.
Air 404 Foxtrot Romeo, read back direct expect runway 27 for departure. Advise rate taxi ATIS Foxtrot.
ATIS is now Foxtrot. November 404 Foxtrot Romeo is ready for taxi now, and copy the new Foxtrot clearance.
For Foxtrot Romeo, runway 27, taxi via Hotel Charlie.
That's taxi Hotel Charlie, runway 27 for Foxtrot Romeo. All right. It took us a while, but here we go. Burnt off about 3 gallons sitting there. But it is what it is. This is flying online, so you got to put up with it and just go with the flow. So he's given me Charlie. So I imagine. Let's just turn on my taxi light, because why not? So he's just said taxi to the runway via Charlie. So I'm just gonna taxi to the right and then left. Okay, so I'm gonna pop 20 degrees of flaps. Okay, we have it started the engine. Before takeoff, seatbelts and seatbelt doors checked, correct. Flight controls free and correct, we have checked that. Flight instruments have been checked and set. Fuel quantity has been checked. Mixture is rich. Fuel selector valve recheck is on both, correct. And let's do a quick mag check before we take off. Look at that beautiful white aircraft. Okay, let's just do a mag check. He's going to give us...
Number 4, Foxtrot Romeo, Squawk Charlie, please.
Oh, crap. And 5772. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's a quick mag check. Okay, that's correct. Wing flaps are set. Four Foxtrot Romeo holding Charlie 3, thanks. So my TCAS is...
4 Foxtrot Romeo, 180 runway 27, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Runway cleared for takeoff, fly runway heading for Foxtrot Romeo. So he said runway 24, but I'm looking at 27. I don't quite get that. I don't quite get that. But it does say runway 27. Didn't he just say runway 24 anyway? Okay, now I'm coming across the threshold. Landing lights on and strobe is on. Let's just do a quick visual check, both left and right. Make sure we are good to go. Mistakes have been made before. Let's just swing onto the runway center line. Okay. And wing flaps are set, mixture correct, throttle and lift nose wheel at 55. Okay, here we go. Little bit of a... I can feel the... Whoa! I just looked down at my brake pedals just for a fleeting second. There we go. Flaps up. And begin my climb out at 80 knots. Okay, we're flying due west. So he's going to give us a turn to the right at some point. Okay, let's just trim. And on with the autopilot. And select heading.
Therefore, 04 Foxtrot Romeo, contact Socal Departure 124.5. Have a great day. Thanks for flying San Diego.
Over to Socal Departure. Thank you very much for ATC. Good afternoon, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo. Something went wrong there. That's what I wanted to press. Okay. It's over to... Socal. Excuse me, could you give me that frequency for handing over to for 4 Foxtrot Romeo again? Lol.
4 Foxtrot Romeo, no worries. Departure is on 124.5.
That's 124.5. Thanks. Good afternoon.
See ya.
Oh, 124.5. Good morning, Socal Departure, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo, with you climbing through altitude 2,000 feet.
North 404, Foxtrot Romeo, Socal Departure, radar contact, turn right heading 290, climb maintain 6,000.
Climb maintain 6,000, turn right heading 290 for Foxtrot Romeo. And he gave me climb and maintain 6,000. So just give ourselves a bit more throttle there. We can see that we need to keep our speed a little bit above there. And I'm going to go and turn off my landing light now because my...
Banana 1, did you say you had Foxtrot?
Affirmative, we have information of Foxtrot at Los Angeles.
Banana 1, roger, thank you. You can expect the visual approach runway 25 left.
Roger, expect the visual 25 left, Banana 1, thank you.
Banana 1, not cleared for the visual, you can expect the visual approach runway 25 left.
Roger, expect the visual 25 left, Banana 1, thank you.
Okay, he should be giving me...
November 4 Romeo, November 4 Foxtrot Romeo, clear direct oceanside via Barbra, resume navigation.
clear direct oceanside, resume navigation, thanks, for Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Let's go head due north. And let's intercept our radial up to ocean view. Everything is going correctly. Right, so he basically gave us straight out vectors. And now I'm going to basically fly due north until I gradually intercept that radial for ocean view. So it's good. It's all good. Yeah, finally, November Foxtrot Romeo, request taxi to fuel pump, basically. Let's just check. 96%. So I burnt 4% of my I burnt 8% of my fuel. No, sorry. I burnt 4%. No, yeah. I burnt 8% of my fuel. Yeah. Yeah. 4% fuel on each tank. So I burnt 8% of my overall fuel. No, that sounds too much. That sounds way too much. Sorry. Yeah, I burnt 4% of fuel on each side. Yeah. So 4% of my overall load. But I've got full tanks, so it's all good. So still got full throttle in the climb. Coming down up through 4,000 feet, I'm going to begin leaning. I'm going to lean out to about...
Banana 1, climb maintain 10,000 foot.
Lean out to 75%. And there is the classic Californian haze along the west coast. And once we hit the coast up there, we should be able to see that. You can see the local, or see the radial coming in. Okay, so let's just you have 200 liters capacity. It's not in liters; it's in gallons actually. So I've got. Oh, actually no, sorry. I've got 95 liters on one side. Yeah, looks like about 200 liters capacity. 1,000 to go. Okay, so hello RB. Yes, RTB. Hey, but I just got myself a new PC. Now I need to start the painstaking task of installing all my add-ons. Yeah, crazy. Vince, yeah, ATC is always like, no GPS, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm there, to teach them how to fly someone without a GPS. Wait until I bring a Constellation or a DC-6 to the West Coast, see how they like that. So we're flying all the way up to Santa Barbara just here. Yeah. Okay, 6,000 coming up. I need a new view. Hang on.
Another one, just to maintain 9,000.
Okay, so now we've reached cruise. I'm going to pull back the throttle to 75% power. And I'm going to lean. There we go.
Remember 4 Foxtrot Romeo, so I have a question.
Go ahead for 4 Foxtrot Romeo.
Remember 4 Foxtrot Romeo, you are flying IFR.
Correct, IFR Cessna 172 with Bendix King avionics suite.
Okay, roger, I was just checking because you said you're part of the CIX VFR club, I wanted to be sure.
Yep, no worries. Lol. Okay, so we've just ran through our 326. So now we're going to change from heading to nav. And that means we're now going to follow what is active in our nav 1. So for Gus, I believe Gus? Gabe? No, Gabe, sorry. For Gabe, who requested this video, now that we are up in the air, we're in cruise, the way you fly a radial, basically these VORs on Plan G, they're all over the world. You can tune to that frequency. You see 115.3. If you tune that frequency 115.3 into your nav 1, that will allow you to track that VOR. And if you put a heading into this using this knob, you can, if you tune the right heading, so I know that if I want to go in a straight line to this point, I know that it is 326. So then you put 326 into the gauge, and then that.
Socal Departure, Class 12 Heavy, with you climbing 33,000.
Class 12 Heavy, contact Socal Departure on 124.3.
So if I go
Roger, 124.3, thank you.
show radial 326 inbound, and I'm going to give it a distance of 50 nautical miles.
Then a 1 just to maintain.
Bam, right there.
7,000.
That line that you see that just popped up, that is the line that our that is the line that the magnetic heading, the track is 339. So actually I'm going to set 339 instead. Oh. Hang on, I just messed it up there. 326339. Yeah, the true track. The track course I want is 339. So if I put that in there, no, but that's not right somehow. Why is that not working?
Socal Departure, United Rail 2096, underground John Lane, rated taxi, below.
Never mind.
Yeah, 2096, Socal Departure, runway 20 right, taxi via Alpha Lima, cross runway 20 left at Lima.
20 right, via Alpha Lima, cross 20 left.
So this is the difference between magnetic heading and true heading. So the magnetic heading says 326, but the true heading is 339, which is the bigger, the thicker black line, which I thought I was going to be flying on. But since the radial is on magnetic heading, it seems it's going to fly this.
Down to 15 present heading, just to maintain 4,000, vectors views of approach.
Stop to 4,000, flight present heading, banana 1.
So the LAX, let's just go and check the LAX one as well. Let's go show radial. And that's going to be LAX is at
November 4, Foxtrot room, Palomar, altimeter 2999.
altimeter 2999 for 4 Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. 29999. So let's just put that.
2096, short to
That's right, that's 2999.
Yeah, 2096, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
aircraft, yeah, that's 2096.
Give that radial is 295. Yeah, okay, so we actually want 295. 310. So let's put the 310 radial in and see what that looks like. The 310 radial. No, that's not correct at all. Magnetic heading. Does this not give us the 295 310? No, it doesn't give us that. Okay, that's fine. So Los Angeles, let's go, let's put that in 113.6. So let's go put that in nav 2. And that will appear on nav 2. Okay, so 113.6. You've got two nav stacks. You've got, here you've got COM1, NAV1, COM2, NAV2. So the NAV1 and NAV2, you can put something in NAV1 and be tracking it in NAV1. And you can also simultaneously be tracking a secondary nav source in NAV2.
Bus 131, heavy, Socal approach, stay altitude, verify your information, Foxtrot.
So let's set 295 in NAV2 because that's, we know, the radial we want.
Altitude by level 265, course 131.51 heavy.
Okay, so we can see there.
Information, Foxtrot. It is on 133.
We can see in NAV2 the LAX radial. We are to the left of the LAX radial, right? And yes, we are to the left of that radial.
We want arrival, have a runway 32nd.
By Highway 1 arrival, 131.51 heavy.
Banana 1, turn heading 160, report Los Angeles Airport in sight.
Rate 160 will report field in sight of banana 1.
And you had a 2096, going passing 2.75.
Okay, so I've set it up so that when we
2096, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
down at the bottom, in the bottom stack here, I put this little knob to the left. And when you put that knob to the left and it's on, that tracks NAV1's information. So the information we're actually pulling off that VOR tells us that we are 7.2 nautical miles away from that VOR. We are traveling towards it at 116 knots, and we will be there in 3 minutes. That's the extra information that that VOR gives us. It doesn't just give us a radial, which is a narrow corridor to fly towards it. It also gives us how far away we are from it, the speed that we're traveling to it,
3151 heavy. Where are you parked?
and the Bendix King will calculate that. But some VORs are not the same as others. Some VORs only give us a limited amount of information. So some VORs will not give us this extra information. So if we go to on Plan G, you see the VORs that have here. You zoom in on the VOR. It has a circle, but it has a square inside the circle, and inside the square it has like a pentagon. That's a fully equipped VOR. Some VORs just have the circle and just have a pentagon, but not the square as well, and that gives you the indication that it's not. See this square over here? That's a DME. A DME. You see that's DME NFG? So every VOR that has a square like this has a DME within it, right? But the VORs that don't have that square, that only have a pentagon, don't have the DME or the distance range. Let me see if I can find you one on this map somewhere.
Right, Western 3151 at Seaview, cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
Cleared ILS.
It looks like most VORs in the United States
Banana 1, contact LA Tower 120.95, good day.
have all of this stuff. Anyway, we're getting close, and I'm going to swap over and change to 295.
United
Okay.
contact LA Center 134.65, good day.
4.65, United 2096 today.
So now I've just swapped over the VORs, so now we're tracking LAX. And we're tracking the right course, we're tracking 295, so as soon as the aircraft or the autopilot system feels that we're tracking a new radial, it should do a shallow left-hand turn onto that new radial. From this angle onto this new angle here. And should see this thinner radial line running up here. This is the one that will follow all the way into LAX, and then we'll pick up a new one that will take us out to Ventura. But we're going to fly directly across LAX, so that's going to be cool. Let me just pause track IR at this point now that we're in cruise. So now you can just hear that that's Plan G telling us that we arrived over our waypoint. So we're just overhead.
Number 4 Foxtrot Romeo. See your next 6 is Los Angeles VOR. Are you able to tune that in on your VOR, or do you need a director?
Correct. I'm following the 295 radial into LAX.
Alright, so you can receive LAX from where you are.
Affirm.
Roger.
Yep, I forgot. Okay. I made a small mistake there. I should have, whenever I tuned the new VOR, I should have pressed nav again on the autopilot because it set it back to heading. So I've just overshot the radial there. You can see the radial is ever so slightly to the left, which means that we are to the right of track. But now we will readjust. He probably asked me just then, can you pick that up? Because he saw me, maybe he saw me going a little bit too far over.
924, Socal Departure, Foxtrot.
So now you can see, now that we're picking up the LAX feed,
Yeah, 924.
924, roger, descend via the Ironman 2 level. You can expect the visual approach from like 24 right.
So now that we are picking up the LAX feed, we can see we're 63.1 nautical mile away from LAX, approaching LAX at a speed of 118 knots, and we should be there in half an hour. So that's very helpful.
Yeah, 24, you can expect a visual from like 2-4, right?
Oh, it's like the 2-4 right into Los Santos and 24.
I don't see many ADFs, but there's one there. Oh, an NDB, sorry. Let's go NDB range. Ooh, that's a fairly big NDB. Okay, hello, Eric. Good to see you. RTB, DME measures from the ground up, so you are 2 nautical miles height. It will read distance 2 when you are overhead the DME. That is correct. Thank you for clarifying that. I should have said that. Say hello from Brazil. Yes. Good to see you. Yes, that's right. So, if I just pull up like Photoshop, I can show you here. I can just draw it. So when that reads the DME, if I just grab something here. So let's just... Okay, so if this is the VOR on the ground, right? And that's the ground. And I'm up here. You can see me flying along here. Okay, that's me. I'm using my mouse. So, whenever it says, okay, so right, so, see it says we are 59.8 nautical miles, okay? 59.8 nautical miles, right? It doesn't mean that we're 59 nautical miles away from directly overhead. It's measuring from the aircraft directly to the VOR, right? So it means that we are 15, this is this. It doesn't, when you have a GPS will show you the distance to when you are overhead the waypoint. But we're using radio navigation, which gives you directly to the physical place where it's being emitted from on the ground.
4 Foxtrot Romeo, the time line up to 2-9er.
Altimeter 2-9er for 4 Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. That's what I already have, thank you. Just giving that to me again and again. Okay, so you can see that the aircraft is now going to come in on that thin line just there. You see it made that adjustment, and it picked up that frequency, and it's coming along that radial. Right, okay, so back to Photoshop. Which means, so whenever it gives us that distance down there, now it's 57.1. It means that when we get over top, okay, when we are directly over the VOR, it will still tell us that we are 2 miles away from the VOR, or 2 nautical miles. But it's saying that because we're 2 nautical miles above, right? Okay. Hopefully that is enough to help people understand what we were just talking about there. It's getting super dark outside, so I'm just going to close the curtains and turn on my light. And then we will start talking about NDBs. Just turn on the light. Can I reach it without having to take off my... There we go. Okay, this might be a good time.
Socal approach. It's Delta 893 on the Socal Departure on 5,000 feet.
Right.
Delta 893, SoCal, turn left right now. Make a left turn heading 200. Turn left.
That's a 200,893.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Right, so now we're going to talk about an NDB. An NDB is a non-directional beacon. And if you have
Delta 893,
if you have Plan G,
approach.
you can see them on Plan G.
Contact Socal Departure on 124.3.
That little symbol there, see that green symbol, that circular symbol, that is an NDB. If you mouse over it, it'll say NDB, and you can select, you can say NDB range. So if I zoom out, like so, right click on it, and I say NDB range, it will show you that green tint, that circle there, that is the extent of that NDB range. Now, what is an NDB or a non-directional beacon? Well, hang on a second. Yeah, NDB, non-directional beacon. The Ndb frequency, the Ndb frequency you put into this ADF receiver, the Bendix King ADF receiver, right? So you've got a few buttons here. This is very simple. You just press the frequency button once, okay, and you get these two frequencies, and they're always 3 letters or three numbers. Sorry. If I mouse over that NDB, it will say in the information box on the right hand side, it says 337 kilohertz. So if I put in 37, and then to change the middle value, you push the button and it will actually indent, and then you can change the tens. If I go 377, okay, so I've set 377. Now watch this yellow gauge here. Once I press frequency, the frequency button again, you see how it's a little arrow on the buttons, 2 arrows pointing in either direction. That means it will swap these 2 frequencies out, okay? So this is the ADF, so this is the active frequency. This is the standby frequency, and you can change the standby frequency just like I did with those 2 knobs. And now that I've changed it, I'm gonna select, I'm gonna cross the 2 frequencies around with this button. Now watch this gauge here. Give it a second, and it should pick up. Unless I've done something stupidly wrong. No, I haven't done... Are there mountains in between? There could be mountains in between me and that. Huh. It's been turned on, ADF. 377. That's just... It says 377. .377 megahertz. That should change. That should point directly to the NDB. See if we can find another one along the route. Okay, let's have a look at another one. See. 233. Okay, LG, that's 233. Let's try that instead. That's it said 337. Oh no, there we go. Oh, did it say 337 instead of? Thank you.
Approach West 131.51 heavy on final runway 25 left.
Anirud.
West 131.
Sorry,
51
yeah.
Heavy, Roger, standby. I might need to.
I looked at that and I thought it said 377, not 337. Yeah. So if I go 377, 337. It's usually my mistake when these things go wrong. If I change that again, yeah, there we go. So, yeah. Oh, okay. It wobbled around a bit, but it settled So, so on the gauge, you've got this little aircraft icon, and that is
Plus 13151, contact LA Tower 120.
that is our aircraft, right? That is our aircraft. So you can see that NDB is off to our right-hand side. So that gives you a direct heading to that navigational point. But an NDB doesn't give you any radial, and it doesn't give you any range, like how far away am I from that. It just gives you a bearing. It just gives you, it's in that direction. I don't know how far away it is. Yeah, I just know it's in that direction. So sometimes when you have an NDB plus a DME,
4 Foxtrot Romeo, contact approach 134.35. Good.
134.35 for 5 Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. Good morning, approach, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo with you 6,000 feet, inbound to LAX VOR, distance is 38 nautical miles.
November 404 Foxtrot Romeo, Socal Departure. Good morning, sir.
There we go. Is it still morning? Yeah, it is 9 in the morning in LA. Wow. So, buzzing up the coast like a boss. This really is a beautiful aircraft livery.
November 404 Foxtrot Romeo, contact Socal Departure 124.5 today.
Over to 124.5 November 404 Foxtrot Romeo. He sent me back to the same guy again. I'm confused now. 124.5. Socal approach. Socal approach, good morning. November 404 Foxtrot Romeo again. So the guy I went to sent me back to you.
You're a 4 Foxtrot Romeo rider with, you're supposed to be with me, not with him, but we got you straight.
Okay, cool. Okay, so they probably talked to one another and said, oh, I'll have him back. That's cool.
LA Tower, West 131, heavy, clear of runway 25.
So the way ATC works is all of these ATC controllers are talking to one another as well as talking to the aircraft.
West 131.51 heavy, LA Tower on 1.95.
1245. Okay, Socal approach 1245. That's who I'm talking to.
United 24.
He's at LA and I'm flying in towards him.
To maintain 3000, report the Los Angeles Airport.
Oh, I see. He sent me to the departure. He sent me to LAX departure.
Okay, right heading 160.
134.35. And then he sent me back to Socal approach. So it's just two controllers like figuring out who wants to have me.
Repeat frequency for West 131, heavy, please.
3151 heavy, LA Tower 20.95.
So you can see that NDB that we are tracking is currently almost 90 degrees to the right of us, and you can see that on that gauge. That arrow will gradually come round and point directly east, which means that we'll be flying directly. It'll be directly 90 degrees to our right-hand side, and that's sometimes helpful if you want to.
Socal approach, United 24, we have the airport today.
And sometimes that's helpful if on
heavy,
your chart, if you want to draw a line.
Visual pressure only 24 right.
If you want to draw a line directly 90 degrees off from where you think you're flying.
220, here's the final approach course, 22 right there, United 24.
So if you know that you're on this line, okay? If you know that you're on this line, and you look at another, if you look at an NDB, that will give you a bearing that you can make as a cross. You can then draw that across, and you know exactly where you are on this line to fix your position.
International Airport, Procedure 1 departure, Palm Springs VOR, then maintain 7,000, squawk 4605.
Alright, clear, let's go, D-drone departure, Palm Springs, follow, clinic in 7,000, squawk 7605, let's go 1595.
Oh my goodness. It's a lot of boats down there.
Doctor 1595, reback records, runway 31, left departure, Palm Springs, altimeter 3001.
They've got big heavies at LAX that they're having to
United 24.
they're having to deal with. They don't want to deal with a Cessna 172. They just don't want to deal with something like this.
Thanks for the 18.
I'm only going 124 knots ground speed. Like they're dealing with big heavies. A 747-8 from San Francisco. I don't know why a 747-8 would fly from San Francisco to LA, but whatever. And they don't have United Airlines 747-8s. I'm sorry. I wish they did. 747-8s for everyone. Yeah.
That's down to 1125 with you at 9,000 for 29,000.
Departure radar contact, climb via Padres 2 departure.
I cannot wait for this new VATSIM audio codec. Seriously.
Delta 1125, say again, please.
Delta 1125, climb via the Padres 2 departure.
Copy. 1125.
So LAX is going to be loading into the sim. All of the scenery of central LA is loading in, and it's going to start getting. Off to my left-hand side is actually Cat.
Delta 1125.
Is Catalina Island.
Contact LA Center.
That's Catalina Island, way off on my left. That's really nice. That's a nice place in the sim to go. Beautiful aircraft, beautiful airport there. Yeah, so all of everything is loading in. So we should see LAX is around here somewhere. That's not LAX.
Delta 1125, say again, please.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of say again, pleases. Yeah, no, LAX isn't in sight yet. It's way off in the distance there. Don't have a visual on it yet. I've always enjoyed your videos. Thanks for posting. No worries. No worries.
Approach, good morning. Landed November 1 from Whiskey on the ground, Palm Springs. Pick up VFR to the north. We're at the west hangars.
November 117 for Whiskey, Socal approach. Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 664.
4664, yeah, we're ready for taxi.
7 off Whiskey, and your VFR altitude requested is 8,500.
8,500 should get mostly up there.
That's my thumbnail. Oh yeah.
7 off Whiskey, Roger. Runway 31 right, taxi via Echo Bravo, the altimeter 30.
I bet as I get closer and closer to LA,
Echo Bravo is doing right.
the controller's just gonna get more nervous about me. Lols. Hashtag YOLO. That's a nice view. That's beautiful. What is that? That must be some huge shore break. Oh, it's even on the map as well. Look at that. That's crazy. Los Angeles Harbor. Look at that huge shore break. Oh, and there's oh, that's where you can go in GTA. GTA 5. There's like the docks. And obviously GTA is just it took LAX and put it down there as well. And completely different. It's not even a simulator, so I shouldn't even be mentioning GTA in this. So I'm sorry, I apologize. It won't happen again. But yeah, I've been there in GTA. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go look at where we are now. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at VATSIM. There we go. That's more like it. There's a lot of people on VATSIM today. Over 1,000. But there's even more people on IVAO. So there we go. There's me. Just plugging away at 6,000 feet at 124 knots. That's that United Airlines desecration. Well, it's not desecration, but it's just there isn't one of those in real life, so.
November 4, Foxtrot Romeo. Contact approach 124.3. Get it?
124.3 for Foxtrot Romeo, thanks.
Enough whiskey ready to go. Bravo 24. 31, right?
Approach, good afternoon, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo with you, altitude 6,000 feet, inbound to LAX VOR, distance 16 nautical miles.
Number 404 Foxtrot Romeo of approach Los Angeles altimeter 29er
29er for Foxtrot Romeo.
29er 2 triple niner.
2999 for Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. So it's basically not changed.
Road 1927 connect LA Star 134.65.
Okay, so 16 nautical miles to go, boys.
3465 for 1927.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right. I surfed. I went surfing at Malibu. I've been surfing at Malibu in real life, and I've flown in and out of LAX in real life, and I've flown up to Lima 70 Aqua Dulce, and I've flown also over to Santa Paula, which is one of these over here somewhere. Hey, Santa Monica. That's Van Nuys, where my brother flies business jets out of Van Nuys. Where's Santa? There's Santa Paula. That's where I flew there as well. But today we're going over to Santa Barbara, Beverly Hills, West Hollywood. Here we go. Here we go, boys. We're in Hollywood. Oh yeah, California. California, here we come. And my P3D just decided to freeze. For goodness sake. Please don't do that. Stop freezing. Stop freezing P3D version 4.3. I hate it when it does that. This is a really beautiful
And
skin.
20 heavy connect.
I love this livery.
4.6.
I really love this blue livery, blue and white. It suits me.
Channel 134.65.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of flying in this livery. I flew out of Whitman, actually. If I go to Whitman, should be over Fullerton, Santa Monica. Oh no, it's up here. There you go. There it is. Whitman. I flew out of Whitman. I flew from Whitman to Aqua Dulce. I did a circle around Aqua Dulce, and then we went over to Santa Pula for lunch, and then back to Whitman. So yeah. Right, so let's get, because we're at about 15 nautical miles away from our next VOR or next waypoint. We're going to tune
Omega 358 connect. Socal Departure 134.35.
108.2
134.35, American 658 today.
in standby. Ready to flip that over whenever we get to overhead LAX. And there is LAX in all its glory. That's a big airport. And I don't think any. Oh no, there's some VATSIM autogen or VATSIM traffic there. So the actual no. I'm just looking for the actual. It doesn't have the actual VOR. No, it doesn't have the actual VOR in the sim. Payware scenery, you'll actually see the VOR that you're trying to track. For those of you who don't really know what an actual VOR looks like, I'll just Google. So VOR images. So that's basically what a VOR looks like. It's a huge cylindrical array of antennas. That's a better view. See, it's a huge cylindrical antenna array, and it's got these little beacons all the way around the central point, and they're basically the radials that all meet at that central point, and you just fly in and you tune a specific frequency, or you tune the frequency, and then you select your heading on the nav1 beacon, and that gives you your radial into that. So that's what it looks like. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day in California. Southern California. Good morning, California. It's a beautiful day. We've got some like oil refineries and just tons of stuff. LA is full of a ton of stuff. Oh, and here's the LA beach. And I went and I think it was up here actually. Yeah, I've been over to this beach. Been over to that beach. My dad when he was young actually used to do sailing out of Marina del Rey, which is just that inlet just there, and that's a Southwest taking off. Very nice. I don't think I'm ever going to get any payware scenery for LAX because it would just destroy my frames per second.
Departure, good morning, 4299, passing 2,600 for 5,000.
Yeah, please don't hit me.
4299 Socal Departure with that contact, maintain 13,000.
Climb maintain 13,000. 13,000. What I need is a new graphics card before I need anything else, or else my sim will just stop. Basically. Okay, 2.2. Okay, let's change over and let's get that new heading in before we overshoot. 275. Okay. Change. And tune to 275. Tuned. Okay, we're going to see that slight left-hand bank there because it realizes, hang on a second, my new radial, well, it should
That's 4299, turn left for resume the Orca 3 departure and climb the update.
I resume the Orca for 1499.
That's 4299, turn left, direct for...
That is a long 757.
3 departure. and
That's like a
climb the update.
757-400.
I love you, Clipper, resume.
It almost sounded like you said, "I love you." Oh, there's someone taking off there. There's a JetBlue A320.
That's 4299, connect LA for 134.65.
There's Marina Del Rey. And there's looking up the valley there.
55, that was 4299.
Oh, yeah. I need to re-hit nav. I always forget that. So we will have overshot ever so slightly. Yep, now the aircraft's turning. There you go. And now I'm looking up towards the mountains to Malibu where I went surfing. Yeah, it's going to be... Malibu should be either here or here. Or it could be here. No, I think it's actually this area just here. Yeah. That's right, so Malibu's going to be this area just here, I think. And they should be able to see me, at 6,000 feet on TCAS, so I shouldn't really have a problem, but well, that's cool. I like all the views. I like the views from up here. This is Marina Del Rey. Goodbye, LAX. And I like because I'm flying IFR, they know exactly where I'm going to be going before I go there. I know where I'm going. It's all automated, and he didn't need to talk to me as I passed over an international airport. There's that aircraft, that JetBlue A320. He's taking off, and he's going to come up behind me. And he's going to come pretty close to me if he turns to the right. Oh, his shadow! You see that shadow? That was cool. I finally found the right autogen. Yeah, he's coming up behind me. Well, it's a bit of sync issue. Yep, a little bit of a sync issue there with VATSIM probably. I think they're updating the VATSIM refresh rate as well as the audio codec in this new patch that's coming online.
Socal Departure, just 364
There you go. So he's now with us on our frequency.
Chapter 624 Echo, Socal Departure, radar contact, altitude living.
Should be 64 Echo from the passing 3,000 feet.
Yeah, he's passing 3,000 just now.
624 Echo, after climb and maintain 13,000.
Yeah. Climb and maintain 13,000.
64 Echo.
Okay, 29.8 nautical miles away from the Ventura. I think it's Ventura we're on now, is it? Yes, we're tracking outbound to Ventura. You can see the track that we've done all the way in and all the way out. It's all very nice. And at some point, he's going to hand us off to LAX control. It's probably going to be 13465, maybe. We'll see. So yeah, fun times. What graphics card are you considering? I want the Nvidia 1080 Ti. That's exactly the one I want as well, Phil. I am currently flying on the GTX 970. Currently on the GTX 970, and I've been told that the 1080 Ti versus the 970 is a huge leap.
Left direction for to continue the Oka free departure and time.
And particularly when I'm flying the FS Labs, my GPU is 100% utilization constantly. It's not too bad now, but you could see the frame rates were getting a bit tricky over LAX, and so my sim could have more breathing space. The CPU never really works that hard. It's a good CPU. It's a
Jeffrey 624 Echo Connect LA Center.
base speed is 4 gigahertz. It's overclocked. It can be overclocked up to 4.5. It's got liquid cooling on the CPU, so it can go up to speed 4.3 currently. So it's overclocked to 4.5. But the GPU, I mean, 67% load. Most of the VRAM is being used. So I think I would really benefit from a new graphics card. I just don't have the money for the new graphics card, so money, I don't have any of it. But I'm thankful for what I have. It's a good sim. That's probably
Making 445
Malibu somewhere. Actually, Malibu is right here. Actually, maybe it's that road that comes through the mountains is the one I came through. Yeah, that one just there. That winding road through the mountains. And I think this is Malibu just here, where I went surfing. Lovely place. Really nice. Let's tune ourselves another NDB. Don't have any NDBs around. Do we have any NDBs at Santa Barbara? No, we don't. How popular would me flying a business jet be to you guys if I did some business jet streaming? I think that would be pretty cool. My brother flies in real life. My brother flies out of Van Nuys, flying I think he flies a Cessna Citation business jet. So I'm quite interested in trying to get into. I have the Hawker 850 by Carenado.
Socal Departure 14.35.
Is that to me? I don't think so. Oh, bit of turbulence there.
Making 445 connect LA.
Yeah, I see those.
134.35.
See, this is active Skynex for P3D version 4. Does very well with turbulence, and the turbulence coming across this rugged terrain.
134.35, 34.35.
We'll probably start to see a few wobbles, depending on where the wind is coming from. If the wind is coming off the sea, then that's probably not going to be too big a deal. Let's just go see what the wind is. Wind is 14. No, it's not really doing anything. 140 at 8 knots, maybe that's what that means. But whatever's happening, you can see we're getting a little bit of tiniest bits of turbulence now, and probably coming up to this small ramp mountain range here. We'll probably be hitting the turbulence again as well. At some point he's going to be changing me over to maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't go very fast, so I haven't left his area too quickly. It's nice to fly with good ATC. what's going on in England. Okay, we've got Stansted, we've got London Gatwick and London Heathrow, but we've got no small...
Number 404, Foxtrot Romeo, connect LA Center 134.65.
Over to 134.65, good afternoon. I should have said my call sign, whatever. LA Center. Good morning, LA Center, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo with you, 6,000 feet north of LAX.
Number 404, Foxtrot Romeo, LA Center. Good morning. Santa Barbara, altimeter 2999er. Expect a visual approach runway 25.
Expect the visual runway 25 at Santa Barbara. Altimeter is 2999er for Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. Oh yeah!
Delta 115, cross Quara and maintain 13000 at 250 Las Vegas, altimeter 3013.
Okay, KSBA. KSBA, let's just start. He gave me the visual for 25, I believe that was, for Santa Barbara. So yeah, there's coming in from the east, so that's fine. So that's basically a straight-in approach, so that's nice.
American 445, LA Center, good morning. Climbing to maintain flight level 350.
Yeah, there's a little bit of turbulence there, and that's
Delta 1125, cross Quara and maintain 13000 at 250 knots, altimeter 3013.
so altimeter is still the same, 2999er. That's a nice shot there. I like that. Really looking forward to the Santa Barbara scenery though. We should be seeing it fairly soon. 8 nautical miles away. Let's get ready for the next change to... actually, we're going to be flying outbound on this VOR. We're going to be flying outbound on Ventura because we don't have a VOR at Santa Barbara. So this is going to give you an idea, guys, of what it's like. We've so far been flying inbound to VORs. We can still use the same VOR flying outbound. It's just going away from it instead of coming towards it. So the outbound is going to be, let's see, Ventura to Santa Barbara is 281. So if we go show radial 281, and it's going to be not inbound. Bam. See that line that just arrived? That line right there, and it's basically bang on to Santa Barbara there, so that's fine. We're just going to change... Oh, dear. No, what?
American 445, transponder, squawk 7270.
There we go. Okay, so basically, as soon as we pass over the VOR, we just change the heading to 281, and then we re-engage nav. So... let's see, where is that? There's airports everywhere in California. Right. Okay. So we've passed away from.
1125 LA Center.
Yeah. So when he gave us, he changed us over as soon as we passed out of his airspace.
1125. There you are. Quara, maintain 13000 at 250 knots. Vegas altimeter 3013.
Can't wait for the new audio codec. How many times have I said that already?
Delta 1125, cross Quara at 13000 at 250 knots. Altimeter 3013.
Look at those little wing wobbles there. That's the air passing over the terrain below and kicking up and down.
Northwest, wind 3382, LA Center. Radar contact 5 miles to the west of the departure VOR.
Okay, so I've got the Hawker 850 XP series. Cessna
Cargo 1152, verify you're going to cross Bennett at 11,000.
Cessna 550 Citation 2. I think that's what my brother flies, one of those.
Cargo 1152, do you need a vector for descent?
Negative.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my brother flies.
Number 404, Foxtrot Romeo, fly heading 280 vectors for the field, descend and maintain 4,000.
Fly heading 280, descend and maintain 4,000 vectors for the field, for Foxtrot Romeo. Whoa, what's going on here?
LA Center, good morning to you, American 141, passing to 9,000 feet with you.
Whoa, that's
American
that's
141
turbulence.
LA Center, good morning, I'm going to maintain flight level 340.
That was turbulence there. Okay, we're going to begin our descent.
Maintain flight level 340, American 141, thank you.
IH, Oceanic is offline, squawk 2000, frequency changes approved.
Twenty 20 heavy contact.
Okay, beginning our descent.
Cargo Lux 1152, turn right, heading 220 vectors for descent, descend and maintain 11,000.
Repeat for cargo Lux 152.
Cargo 1152, turn right, heading 200 now.
200, cargo Lux 152.
November 425, Juliet Alpha, contact LA Center 125.8.
125.8, thank you. I'll do that off.
That was to me.
Delta 1125, contact LA Center 125.8.
Oh, that's Delta. Right.
Contact LA Center 125.8.
1,000 to go.
Southwest 42, Southwest 4299, cross Clara.
Descent power is desired. Mixture adjust for smooth operation. Fuel selector is on both and wing flaps as desired. Descent checklist complete.
2000, 2509, traffic 42 that day.
Dreams of Wings. Sorry if I
4299,
has been asked
Clara at
before
13,000,
Peter just joined. Is this the new Orbeck scenery?
That's car 13000, traffic 4299, thank you.
No Dreams of Wings. It has not been asked before, and yes, it is the new Santa Barbara scenery.
Flight level 300.
Not right now. I'll tell you when we get there. But that is nice scenery. This is Southern California. This is the regional package. Ooh, ooh, that is nice. Look at those fields.
Can you get the altimeter for cargo Lux 152?
Yeah, but we're not.
1152 LA altimeter 29er.
We've got all of that way to go first.
2999
So
for the altimeter for LA, cargo Lux
we've got all this area to pass before we get to
1152 on a right turn.
Santa
clear
Barbara.
direct Bennett.
He gave me he gave me a radar vector a lot sooner than I thought he was going to give me. Okay, that's 4,000, bringing the speed back in. There we go, just bring it down to 4,000 exact. And let's just bring the mixture back up to 75%. I usually roll with 75% mixture at 3,000 feet. And as you pass up through 5,000 feet, then you start to pull the mixture back and lean it as you get higher. Thanks, mate. Looking forward to seeing it. Yep, no worries. I will let you know whenever we're about.
1152, maintain 10,000 for now.
I'll let you know whenever we see it. Earlier on, I thought he handed me off to another controller, but then someone else answered that. So I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be with him at the moment.
Good morning, get to 324, climbing through 10,000 to 13,000.
JetBlue 324, LA Center, good morning, climate maintain, flight level 350.
I think that will 350, JetBlue 324.
Yeah, so I've got to cross this bit of ocean first.
Is it possible to request a view for our arrival at Burbank? Can we get the runway 15 4-stack visual?
Delta 4569, runway 15 horseback visual, you can expect that.
Be expecting a visual for runway 15.
See Delta 4569, let me correct myself, Socal's online, so technically I can't assign that, but I will relay the message to him.
Copy.
Delta 4569, descend via the GNE 5, arrival, Burbank altimeter 3001.
Descend via the G arrival, Burbank altimeter 3001, Delta 4569.
Passengers, Sunday, February 72, please back on course for me at Bennett.
Rebel 752, A from direct Bennett.
We'll go Bennett, and then we'll head over to Charlie for Barbra 52.
Rebel 1252, A firm. Let me see if I can try and get you a shortcut here. Maintain Bennett for now.
No, we don't need a shortcut for cargo at 52. Thanks.
So we've got a wind actually blowing me out to sea, basically. An 8-knot crosswind blowing me offshore. So he could give me a course correction to bring me further up, closer to Santa Barbara. But whatever. I guess we'll see when we get there. Yeah! Good times, good times. So how we
52, contact us.
how are we all doing in the chat?
34.35.
24.35.
All doing well? 13465. We're still on 134.
404 Foxtrot, correction, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo, turn right heading 290.
290, thanks, 4 Foxtrot Romeo. So what I imagined he'd do, he did for me.
150 for 17 out.
He gave me an extra 10 degrees to the right
And 642 LA
because
Center,
of
good morning, climate
he's
maintain,
starting
level
to realize he
350.
saw, oh, hang on, he's actually going off course. Let's bring him back on. So,
42.
an observant controller. Good,
American
good man.
58 Albuquerque is offline. Radar services are terminated. Frequency changes approved. Take care.
Alright, we'll see you later.
That's probably the most ATC I've ever
Bravo
seen
4299. Contact LA Center.
for America.
178.
That's the most American ATC I've ever seen.
25-8, Southwest 4299, see ya.
United 642 reset transponder. Squawk 7265.
726.
13465, that's who I'm with. Yeah. Central, LAX Central Control, SoCal.
November 404 Foxtrot Romeo, the field after 12 o'clock at 25 miles. Let me know when you have it in sight.
Will do, thanks. November 404 Foxtrot Romeo. He said 25 nautical miles. I'm 17.5. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, no, that's tracking. That's tracking behind me. Yep. Lol. That's tracking behind me. Yeah, I mean, the visibility is not good enough for me to actually see 25 nautical miles at this point. So let me just have a look here. Visibility, statute miles, 24 nautical miles. So I should just be able to start seeing the coast quite soon coming up. And I can just about see the coast disappear just there. And then we'll be able to see the new Santa Barbara scenery from Orbex. Yeah, so I think my brother flies one of these in real life. So I might get this for the sim and fly it out of Van Nuys and ask him what kind of places. I know he's already he flies up and down the Californian coast, the American coast.
WA 6700 LA Center. Good morning. I'm in maintain flight level 340.
I know he's already flown up to San Francisco in the Cessna Citation and other places as well. But yeah. We'll be there soon.
Simply 64 Echo, contact LA Center 125.8.
It would be really good to get a GTX 1080 Ti though. And now, of course, the 2080 series has come out from the RTX 2080 series has come out. The GTX 1080 Ti's should start coming down in price, I'm hoping. So.
LA sit for America 141 request flight level 3.0.
Okay, that's lower Santa Barbara.
Climb and maintain flight level 3.
Just there.
Verify the altitude.
Look at the clouds over the mountains there. That's really cool. You can see the layer of visibility, the layer of mist there over the mountains. That's really cool. This is
American 141 negative. I cannot give you flight level 310. I can give you flight level 320 or flight level 300. Which one would you like?
okay. The field. So we can just see Santa Barbara there and the harbor, but we can't actually see the airport yet. You see? We can just see the harbor, and the airport is going to be way just over there. So.
Aircraft calling for clearance. Say call sign and say location, please.
Cannot wait for the new VATSIM audio codec. Please come soon.
United 888, contact Socal Departure 124.5.
And you get to have an audio. You can transmit audio on Unicom. You'll be able to transmit audio, which is what you can obviously do in real life, but it'd be so much easier than typing things in on Unicom. Live. 25 nautical miles away from Ventura. The distance to Santa Barbara is 43.
Center United 2049.
So 43 minus 25 is It's
2049, I'll
it's about
leave
eight nautical miles, maybe 8-9 nautical miles to the airport. Okay, it's just up in there somewhere, but the visibility isn't terribly good. So we burnt about a third of our fuel so far. Yeah. Do you have any tips on how to start on VATSIM? Dreams of Wings. Tips on starting on VATSIM? Just start. Literally, just start. The first time I ever flew on VATSIM, I loaded in a 152, in a Cessna 152 at Stansted, and the controller told me to take off, and I took off the wrong way on the runway. I took off the wrong way in front of a line of 737s. They all saw me. It was really embarrassing.
Number 404, Foxtrot Romeo, the field, your total now 13 miles.
Copy that, thanks. We just have some bad visibility, but should be seeing it soon for 4 Foxtrot Romeo.
Number 404, Foxtrot Romeo, descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000, and we now just about have the airfield in sight, 4 Foxtrot Romeo.
Number 404, Foxtrot Romeo, clear visual for runway 25. Runway 25, cleared to land, wind calm.
Cleared for the visual 25 and cleared to land on runway 25. Thank you for Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, he's given me...
American 445, all at maintain level 250.
Stated.
American 445, cross pole.
Okay, arm 2000. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't balloon. Don't balloon. Come on now. Don't go and balloon on me. Sometimes the trim system doesn't... It just kind of gets away from you.
Janet 475, clear to the Las Vegas McCarran Airport, radar vectors Palmdale, Victor 12, Basel, Victor 394, Daggett, Tracer 4 arrival. Maintain 10,000, expect 17,000 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 7300.
Okay, so he's given us cleared to the visual, so I'm going to actually come on to a final approach. So my fix, I'm going to go 330.
And it's 475, read that correct.
So that's going to give me... now you can see the scenery now, guys. Here we go. So you can see the edge of the scenery there, it's just blended. And you can see the higher resolution mountains. You can see, we'll see down into Catalina, sorry, not Catalina, into Santa Barbara soon. But here's, we've got the docks and the harbor. Just wait for the scenery to load in properly.
Yeah, 475, expect runway 4 for departure advisory taxi.
But we'll come over the harbor and then we'll turn on to the 25 center line. He's given us clear to the visual. It's a lot of houses.
445, Albuquerque's offline, services are terminated, frequency changes approved, have a good flight.
It's a lot of houses. Now you see, Orbex is able to do a lot of auto-gen in a very FPS friendly way now. And I'm wondering if the True Earth...
141, Oakland Oceanic is offline, squawk 2000.
I just wonder if the True Earth package for England is actually going to be better frames per second than my current setup. So I'm going to be, when they release the True Earth package for England, for Prepared 3D version 4, I'm going to be very interested on how that performs versus the current package, the current scenery package I've got. So really cool. There's like roads that go up into those mountains there. That's really cool. Right over the harbour now, all the autogen, all the little boats floated in. So there's a rugby pitch. And there's the airfield loading in.
Canada 798, LA Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 330.
I need to request flight level 350 if possible.
Canada 798, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Okay, mixture rich.
J350, 798.
Okay, for landing checklist, airspeed needs to be down there. Wings, flaps as desired. Airspeed, touchdown, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright. I'm going to just fly up this little valley. Got the mountains off to my right.
475, runway 4, taxi pilot discretion.
Look at those mountains there. Look at that terrain. It's quite rugged. And the FPS, by the way, let me just put that up on the screen. I'm getting 29.5, solid 29 to 30 FPS. Look at the amount of auto gen that we're able to have here. This is yeah, this is good. This is good. This performs very nicely on my machine. I would be very, very happy to bring the Aerosoft CRJ in here. I'd be very happy to bring 737s, business jets all day long into this scenery. And it is nice. I mean, I don't have all of the settings at max, but still, I'm getting really nice, smooth performance here. I'm happy. If this is the caliber, like if this, I don't know if this is like the same standard as the True Earth package for England that's just come out for X-Plane, but I don't know. I mean, I've spent so much on Orbex so far, I don't really need anything than what I've already got. But if it will give me noticeably better performance over England, particularly over London with Heathrow, then I might consider it. But it's a lot of money, so I don't know.
West wind 3382, descend and maintain 13,000, LA altimeter 299.
I have the Socal pack, and seeing this is making me think I should add this and spend more time over this side of the pond. Yeah, well, I mean, whenever I fly up and down the coast here, I mean, this is really beautiful scenery. I do consider flying on this side of the Atlantic, particularly when
Right down to 14,033.
lights on. Particularly when the VATSIM audio codec gets updated, it'll be just so much easier to hear people. And that will encourage me to fly on a lot more places in the world than just England. Okay. Just slowing down to my approach speed. And then we'll think about some flaps. Wind is calm. Spot on regarding EGLL. I try to avoid it because of FBI. Yeah. I mean, well, if I upgrade to a GTX 1080 Ti, that should help my performance over EGL in London. So, oh, little bit of a freeze there. Yeah, maybe it's loading in. I have all of the settings on Santa Barbara package turned on, so let's slow down to.
Affirm, Alaska 1595, Oakland Center 132.2.
Let's just slow down below flap speed. First notch of flaps coming in. Just center my heading bug if I have to go around. Yeah, you're saying you still have the 1080 Ti and you still struggle. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, really. It's so bearing in mind I have all of the. I mean, I'm not flying a PMDG aircraft, so it's not like it's terribly bad on the frames, but still, Orbex does do a good job. There, look at that car park. Wow. We're going to take the free cam around after we land and taxi to GA parking. I'll take the free cam around and we'll have a look at this. There we go. That was a beautiful touchdown. Brakes. Flaps up. Okay, turn off the landing light. And
Number 404 Foxtrot Romeo, welcome to Santa Barbara. Taxi to parking at Palace Discretion, cross all runways.
taxi to parking. Thank you very much for ATC. Good afternoon, November 404 Foxtrot Romeo. So he just gave me clearance to cross all runways. Let's just double check my strobe is off. And yeah. So I've got all of the airport options turned on, which means I have all of the AI traffic.
Yeah, 475 on departure, flight heading 070.
Okay,
Palmdale,
over
wind variable at 4, runway 4.
over the instrument hold line. Okay, as I come along here, I'm just going to find myself an appropriate parking space and park up, and then we'll go explore the airport. This looks like a good spot. Oh, there's a Bonanza. Not a V-tail though. This would be a good place to fly the Bonanza. Let's just turn off the nav and taxi lights. Oh no, that's a twin. That's a twin Beechcraft. Sorry. Okay, so just put the parking brake on.
125.8.
Let's turn off the avionics and pull the throttle completely, and then gradually pull the mixture so that it just runs out of fuel. And then once the prop stops spinning, let's turn the beacon light off and then turn the ignition off to off there. Okay, so pause track IR. Let's just go and have a look around. So let's go static camera. That was a nice flight. I really enjoyed that. That was pretty much a 10 out of 10 flight for me. Really, really satisfying. Lovely, lovely aircraft. The 172 never gets old. It just never gets. It's just beautiful. It looks beautiful. Beautiful skin. Okay, so we've got ourselves. Let's see. So I have all of the kind of object flow and all of that kind of stuff turned on. My goodness, I'm going off the airfield here into the back of someone's place here. Look at the detail. Look at the detail. That's insane. That's insane, the detail here. Off the airport detail. I mean, look at that. There's a control tower here. I think there's more than this one. No, this is the primary control tower. Sorry, for the airfield. So let's just see what this looks like here. So from here you can see there's more GA stuff over there. There's a BizJet. There's a caravan over there, a FedEx caravan. I can do some FedEx caravan ops. I have the Carenado FedEx Cargo Master. I'll have to do some of that on the channel on a live stream. Right, so from here it was a lovely digger. Let's go see this JCB. Oh no, Cat. Sorry, apologies to Cat fans in the chat. That is quite definitely not a JCB. Wow, the detail though. I'm really Really impressed though by the level of autogen detail in places that you don't normally see autogen detail. You know, on the other side of the fence. That's really cool. So just coming along the perimeter fence here. Got a fire engine, so this is the fire depot for the airport. So we've got ourselves a pretty standard airport fire truck, aviation rescue firefighting. Someone's sitting there having his meal. Is he animated? Does he have an animation? No, it doesn't look like he's animated. No, okay, that's fine. Animated American flag, of course, as always. America. So you've got some people there. Are you animated? No, you're not. Okay, so we have, well, we just have Cessnas. We've got some twin GA aircraft. Oh, wow, look at that. That's cool. Look at that detail. That's a Beechcraft. Got a Beechcraft Bonanza. Is that a Beechcraft Bonanza? No, it could be a Piper. Yeah, it's Piper Archer 2. Kind of sometimes hard to know. We've got some Cessnas. We've got a Cessna Caravan here. Very nice looking Cessna Caravan. A Grand Caravan. I've got the Coronado Grand Caravan, so I'm going to definitely have to do some more ops from Santa Barbara. Got some more buildings here. Just got GA aircraft scattered around these buildings. It's really nice. It just shows that if I flew from here, I could fly from this pad. I could fly from where I stopped. I could fly from in this corner, and then of course we've got a beautiful big bizjet here. I'm not quite sure what that is, but whatever. Oh, and then we have a crop duster. Look at that. Lol. Lol. Oh, and it's got the little crop duster railing on it as well. That's Victor. That's Victor Hotel. That's like an Australian crop duster. What is an Australian crop duster doing in California? That's interesting. Then we got a twin GA. I really want A2A to release a twin GA. Why don't they do it yet? Oh, we've got some animation going on here. There's a guy fixing his aircraft. Oh, stepped over his toolbox. Very good. Very good. And he's not really working on anything there, but whatever. And then we have is that an SU trainer? A Sukhoi trainer, I think? Yeah, well, it's got the Russian star on it, so yeah, some sort of, yeah, definitely Russian. It's a Sukhoi something. We got ourselves some little things here. Oh, hello. Restaurant, thank you. Hello. My goodness. That's CGI though. That's CGI. Oh, lols. Yeah, it's just full of stuff to explore. There's tons of stuff going on. Hey, look at this. What does this S mean? Is it S for Superman or something? I don't know. Oh, okay. And here's what looks like it could be a. This could be a Cessna Citation-y kind of looking thing. Yeah, that kind of looks like one of them. Okay, what's these big buildings here? We've got a big road out to the corner. Oh, we've got some gas. Got some gas there. Some nice tanks. Let's see what do we got. Got some breeze blocks. Got some cars. Got a building over there. What is this? Garrett Aviation, the Jet Center, Santa Barbara. That's pretty cool. So I'm sure there's going to be some biz jets in those hangars there. And then we've got a Cessna Caravan with the extended pod for cargo. I've got that exact Coronado aircraft. And coming around these hangars here. We've got, yeah, it's just really well modeled. It's just it's what we come to expect from Orbex these days. They're just really good at what they do. Like I feel like it's just so normal for them to do good sceneries that it's not appreciated as much these days, because they always are good quality, and there's so much of it that is available for you to buy and use that. And bearing in mind, I'm still a solid 30 frames a second, and you can see every single 3D modeled car in that entire car park. That's not normal for me. I normally turn car parks off because I really have problems with that. To be fair, if I was flying up and down, if I was flying along the coast of California in the PMDG 747 at 30,000 feet, I would probably still turn all those cars off, because if you're in a PMDG aircraft at cruise level and this loads in, it'll probably tank your frame rates, because you're in PMDG plus you're loading all of this on if you're cruising over the top. So I will probably after this stream probably go and just tweak the settings. I'll turn all of the autogen, all of the AI aircraft off. Not that it's not good, it's just that I like flying online, where, like you saw at San Diego where I took off, you could see that the VATSIM traffic was conflicting with the AI aircraft. So that's why I turned the AI autogen. What is on his shirt there? He's got something on his shirt. Some weird logo. Okay, that's cool. But apparently you can go inside. Not this one maybe, but the actual terminal building is completely, yes. Look at that. Alaska fly here? I'm going to have to research what airlines use this airport. American Airlines, Santa Barbara Airport, United fly in here. Okay, the United CRJ will probably fly in here. Look at this detail, and this is all still a solid 30 frames a second, guys. For me, this is really not normal. Look at that detail. This is a flight sim, guys. This should not have Santa Barbara sister cities. This should not have this level of detail, but this is what Prepared 3D version 4 can do. And of course, straight out there is nothing. But yeah, this whole lobby is modeled. Look at that chandelier. See if I go through this door. I wonder what. Okay, so there's another room in here. Oh, look at the windows. Yeah, you can look right the way through there. Let's just widen our camera view here. And we've got this guy standing there. And then out onto the pavilion area. Okay, so for the main terminal building, you've got, okay, so you've got the CRJs. Right, there you go. So it's a classic example of a United CRJ that can come in here and use this gate. So once we turn off that, we should be able to come in there with the CRJ. I wonder if that jetway actually moves. I don't know. Let's just do a quick check to see if we have SOD. We probably, no, yeah, pretty much, no, we don't have SOD. But it still looks good. It still looks very good. So we've got a number of stands here for regional traffic. Looks like you could probably get a 737 and an A320 in there, maybe. I'm going to have to research what airlines and what aircraft specifically fly in here. But this is really good. I'm really enjoying this. That's a beautiful terminal building. And then, of course, as we go further over, it's just got more going on. There's so much happening here. We've got another car park. We've got a nice little BP, Air BP, avgas tanker there. We've got more GA. This is literally just like Van Nuys Airport. There's just GA everywhere. Everything is GA. And there's another what looks like Cessna Citation type thing. Bigger bizjet there. Atlantic. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google Atlantic and see if they're a bizjet company or something. Maybe it's an executive bizjet center there. But this is just the detail is phenomenal. The amount of stuff that's here. Yeah, Atlantic. Atlantic. 404 WM Moffett Place. I could Google that. Let's go and Google that. Let's go to Google Maps, guys. Let's go to Google Maps. Yeah, it did look Chinese with that dragon. Okay, Los Angeles, Santa Barbara. There's the airport is here. Let's just go satellite view. Right, okay, so let's go 3D view and look at this, guys. Atlantic, 404 WM Moffett Place. And that right there is the building. Let's just move there. That's that same building. That's amazing. And then, of course, as we come out, we've got another car park. Tons of GA, just GA everywhere. Cessna 152s, 172s, 182s, just everything. I've got to reinstall my Coronado Cessna 152. That would be fun to fly in and out of here. Tiny, tiny thing. Okay, so, and then we've got like a kind of scrub brush area to the south. And then we've got ourselves fully working and animated radar. And that's a smooth animation. You've got to remember, it's not just how much is animated, but what is animated and the smoothness of that animations. You know, that's good. Okay, let's go check out the eastern side. Oh, sorry, the western side of the airport. Also, and then after we've looked at the airport, we'll go a bit further afield. And have a look at some different stuff. Okay, so coming all the way over here, we've got we've got custom buildings everywhere. And then we've got the leading lights for that runway. I'm going to go to flight radar just for a moment, guys, and I'm going to see what comes in and out of Santa Barbara. Oh, I'm hungry. I am hungry. Okay, so we have CRJs, E's, P46 Tango. Let's see, yeah, okay, CRJs, 737-8s from Seattle, Alaska. So we do have 737s that come in here. CRJ, DA40, CRJs, CCJ, I don't know what that is, from Long Beach, NetJets, CRJ. So lots of just regional. 737 Golf version from Minneapolis. I don't know what that is, but okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So American Airlines, Alaska, United, SkyWest. Yeah. Plus the amount of GA and BizJets that come in and out of there. I mean, that's a fantastic package. Okay, so we've had a look at some different corners. We've had a look around at the airport. Let's just zoom out a bit further and go and have a look at the coast, all the way up and down the coast. We have a little inlet there, and we've got 3-3 left and 3-3 right, so we've got dual runways going north and south, and then just the single primary runway west to east. Oh, we got a fountain. We have a fountain. Nice. Let's just zoom out again. Yeah, that's lovely. That's really, okay. That's really, really nice. And then if we go back over to where we approached, we have downtown Santa Barbara. That's downtown Santa Barbara there. A little bit more, you know, it's because it's further away from the airfield. You don't really have as much detail, and that's fine. That's fine. And yeah. Oh yes, and before I forget, there is a smaller airfield over the mountain range. They've got this lake, but there is a smaller airfield, like a dirt strip, maybe. Wait for this to load in. Ah, there it is. Is that it? Yeah. It's on the very extremity of the coverage of the airfield. Oh, okay, okay. And it's just gone and frozen. Okay. So that's a very basic kind of autogeny type airfield. But at least they've given it to us. At least they've given it to us. There we go. It's all loaded in now. Lots of buildings. At least they've given it to us, you know. And then, yeah, so if you want to ever hop over that mountain range, there's stuff going on the other side of the mountain range. Big creek. There's a lake, and then over the mountain range. And so you can kind of see, if I zoom out, you can see the coverage. You can see that right there, you can see the edge of the. It's basically autogen and textured land class versus photoreal. So that's basically photoreal as far as I can see. And then you've got the airfield, and then yeah, guys, I love it. I really like it. I'll definitely be flying in and out of here with more GA, regional stuff, biz jets. I'll be doing. I hope to do some biz jet stuff. So after the stream, I'm going to basically go and turn off the autogen, so that whenever I fly in here with more complex aircraft than the A2A add-ons, I can have a better frame rate. So let's just zoom back into my 172. You know, years ago when all we had was FSX, we would never have been able to have detailed stuff like this. Well, folks, thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to go and grab some dinner now. Let's just see how many people are on the live stream now. Super successful live stream. 15 people still on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Yak 52, Conrad says. Okay, yeah, okay, it was a Yak, not a Sukhoi, but it was Russian. PMDG is not bad on frame FPS wise. Try the FS Labs 320. Yes, because Sky Simmer. Yeah. Just out of interest, which do you prefer out of the 182 and the 172? I'm considering getting one of them on P3D used to have the 182 on FSX. Ah, I see. It's hard. That's a hard choice. I would say you can't. It's hard to choose between the 182 and 172 because the 182 is more of a cruising machine. It's a bit faster. It's more higher performance, more of a cruiser. The 172 is just that beloved trainer that you can't ever do without. So I'd say go with the 172. If you've got nothing else in V4, go with the 172. Hello, Killer 30 kill. Lol. Yeah, it looks Chinese with that dragon. It looks maybe some sort of circus stunt machine. That was probably. Okay, folks, thank you very much for watching, and it's been a really great stream. Really enjoyed it. And for those of you who did not catch the live stream live, oh, looks like a regional jet coming in. Yeah, looks like some. Let's wait and see if this what happens. Is he landing? Yeah, it's a CRJ is landing. Ah, let's watch the CRJ land. Okay. Just while we wait, let's just go over and see the CRJ. Okay, so it's a default CRJ. It's got the gear down. But at least it's model matched correctly, so I'm happy about that. He must be doing a visual approach. That would be a nice place to have a resort. Okay, he's got his flaps down now. Thanks, Peter. Hoped you would say the 172. Yeah. Yeah. You've got to stick to the fundamentals. You've got to stick to the fundamentals, and the Cessna 172 is a fundamental aircraft. Everything is built off of everything Cessna has that's small is built off of it's built from the ground up, and the 172, like the 152, they're fundamental trainers. So get those before you get anything else. His angle of attack is a bit steep. He needs to sort that out. Oh, do you see he just popped his speed brakes there? And that showed up on the AI model. Let's go down with him. And I love how you can get the shadows as well with this package of AI aircraft for flight sim. Really is the best package I've ever used so far. Oh, centerline, mate. Ooh, that's okay. Not many people were watching. Ooh, but then I mean, I'm not terribly good myself either sometimes. Although that landing of mine earlier on, I really did like. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go call it a day now and go get some food. But woo, great stream, great stream. Let's have them all like that. Let's have them all like that. Okay, folks, I'm going to leave you now. Have a good weekend. See ya.